Waking up to the sounds of birds chirping outside and the sunlight filtering through my blinds, I groggily rubbed my eyes before absentmindedly staring at the ceiling for a few moments. A lot had occurred last night, and I still needed to process most of it. But the main thing that plagued my mind was the date I had planned today with Ren, the guy I had met at the library yesterday. Reaching over my nightstand to grab my phone, I casually checked the time, only to realize that I still had a few more hours to kill. Not only that, but I also apparently received a text message from Moth at some point last night. At a glance, it appeared as though they were just ugh, excuse me, just ranting about the newest update for Always With You. Again. Once again. Though I hadn't read the latest chapter yet to know all the details. Nevertheless, I read through their wall of text and memes with avid curiosity and even sent back a few of my own. Before I knew it, hours seemed to pass by in a blur. Glancing back at the time on my phone once more, I noticed that it went from being 8 o'clock to 10:30. 10:30? My date with Ren was supposed to be in half an hour. I quickly let Moth know that I had to dip from the conversation before throwing my phone back onto the mattress and sprinting towards the bathroom. But just as I grab a fresh towel and a change of clothes from my wardrobe, my phone buzzes once more. Assuming it was yet another text from Moth, I pick it up and put in my passcode, but what awaited me was a message from none other than Ren. Hi. Good morning, Angel. I hope I didn't wake you up. Wake. Anyways, I just wanted to confirm whether or not you were still on for our date today. Because we can meet up at the beach walk if you are. It's not far from this new cafe I wanted to check out. Ren's messages brought a smile to my face for some reason, and I assumed it was because he seemed just as enthusiastic as I was for today. I sent back my own affirmative text alongside a smiling Haruko sticker before going back to my bathroom and getting ready for the day. In the end, I did end up meeting Ren halfway via the boardwalk, and we decided to walk to this recently opened cafe together for lunch. It wasn't far from my apartment anyway, and I figured I could do with a bit of exercise. Turning to my side, I notice how the pink-haired man tries not so subtly sneak side glances towards me. The arm at his side practically itches to reach out, and if I knew any better, I would have assumed he wanted to hold my hand. No hand-holding. No. Not until marriage. Nah, I'm just kidding, I don't care. But instead, he simply tucks his hands into his pockets and shoots me yet another soft smile. The weather's really nice today, huh? Back to small talk, it seems. Sure is. If I had known it'd be this nice and sunny, I would have suggested spending the day at the beach instead. Yeah? Yeah, we could go for a swim, or maybe even check out the rock pools. It's been a while since I've been there. Oh, that does sound fun. Luney! At the sound of my name being called, I turn on my heels, only to find Leon running up to me with a sports bag full of what I assumed to be his volleyball gear. Heyo, Sunfish. It's good to see you out and about this early. I was just on my way to the beach to meet up with Jae-hun and Theo. Want to tag along? And hey, who's this? I don't think we met before, mate. Please excuse my terrible accent. The name's Leon, Looney's bestest friend in the whole wide world, yeah? I playfully roll my eyes at Leon's words and give him a slow, reluctant nod. Keep telling yourself that. But this is my friend Ren. We actually met... Sunfish? Huh? Oh, yeah. Sunfish is the cheesy nickname Leon gave me when we were kids. I don't really get it either, to be honest. Yeah, that's almost insulting. Call me Moonfish. So, Sunfish and Ren, was it? Nice to meet you. I hope we can get along and become good friends too. Actually, hey, if you're both free right now, why don't we go down to the beach? I can introduce you to Jay, and Angelfish and I were about to go on a date, actually. Angel fish. A date? I don't miss the way Ren suddenly pulls my arm closer to his side, nor the way he clings onto me as though I'd suddenly disappear. You're going on dates again, doll. Good for you. I'm glad to see that you're coming out of your shell again. Take good care of him for me, won't you, bud? What do you think I've been doing ever since you moved away? What? Sorry, Ren. Gonna have to speak up. This old bird is hard of hearing. Like me, Leon barely seems to notice Ren's mumbling as he rests on an arm over my shoulder and starts tugging me in the direction of the beach. Ren, on the other hand, still latches onto my arm, but doesn't seem to move. I can't believe my little sunfish is out there in the dating scene again. I feel like a proud father. Oh, please, we're basically the same age. I feel like a proud, adoptive father. Please don't. Leon pretends to wipe a tear away from his eyes as he leans further into my shoulder, and it was only then that I noticed Ren wasn't following us. Turning around, I reach out to grab his hand instead, to tug him along. He immediately seems to perk up at the action and intertwines his fingers with mine before falling into step. We're hand-holding. We're hand-holding, guys! Alright, as fun as it is to catch up with my proud adoptive father, who's the same age as me, which makes things kind of weird, Ren and I do need to get going. Oh yeah, of course. I didn't mean to take up so much of your time. He unhooks his arm from around my shoulder and inclines his head towards the beach one more time. But my offer still stands. If you want to catch up some more, I'll be down at the beach with... Oi. Speak of the devil. Much like Jay, Theodore was another friend I made in university, but if I was being honest here, I don't think he was actually enrolled in anything. He just showed up every so often to keep his attendance rate up and to antagonize some of the students and staff. As if reading my mind, Theo practically runs into Ren with the sole purpose of sending him tumbling into the metal railing behind him. But luckily, Ren manages to catch his footing at the last second, sending Theo an annoyed scowl of his own. Aw, shit, sorry about that. I'm not sure how I missed such a brightly colored children's mascot. Alright, there's no need for that, Theo. Despite Leon's tone, Theo barely pays the shoulder male any mind, seemingly far more interested in Ren instead. Let me guess, you're dressed up as Benny the Buttercup. My 4-year-old cousin would love you. Oi, knock it off, mate. What's your problem? Dunno, what's yours? I could practically feel the tension between the two grow as I decided to step in. Maybe you should introduce each other first before you try glaring each other to death? Yeah, can we do that first, at least? Tio, this is Ren. He's my, well, I'm his boyfriend. Yeah, well, what? Well, that was certainly one way to put it, especially without discussing it with me beforehand and asking for my input. At his words, I shoot Ren a confused glance, but the determined look on his face had me biting back my words. Nope. Okay then. Anyways, this is Tio. He's... Oh, he's a friend from university. He's my ex-boyfriend. He's just a fling. I've never seen this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. That's what I would say. And I've never seen this man in my life either. You guys are hilarious. With a sigh, I try my best to clear the air of any confusion. Alright, Tio's just a friend from university. You know, you want to know what's hilarious? Buttercup's outfit over here. What did you just call me? Okay, enough. Look, why don't we just drop the issue? You really need to stop trying to pick fights with everyone, mate. Aw, don't get your panties in a twist. I seriously doubt Buttercup's capable of harming a fly, let alone able to throw a decent punch. I would not stake a bet on that. I would not. Tio, I would watch your I would be very careful if I were you. Do you know what kind of game you're in? You can drop the nickname. No, but I think Dollface over here should drop you instead. Excuse you. Sorry, I lost my composure there for a second. Besides, the nickname is kind of cute. Matches your style pretty well, don't you think, Buttercup? I could see Ren's hand clench into a fist as he advances towards Tio, but thankfully Leon steps in once more. Seriously, why don't we all cool off, yeah? I think we're getting a bit too heated. Look, we're gonna head down the beach. I don't miss the way Leon sends Tio a sharp glare. Are you sure you don't want to join us, Looney? I promise to make sure that Tio stays on his best behavior. Sorry, Leo, but I've already made plans with Ren. And I seriously doubt they'll be able to get along. You know how Tio can get. Yeah, you've got a point there. Well, all right then. He leans closer to me, almost as if he didn't want the other two eavesdropping. If anything happens, I'll be in the area. Just come find me, okay? I will. Thanks, Leon. I give his arm a soft squeeze and turn my attention back to Ren. By the way he looks at us, I can only assume that he didn't like how close I was standing to my childhood friend. Dude, chill. Chill, my guy. We just met. Like yesterday. Calm down. You're over here calling me, or calling yourself. Yeah, you're over here proclaiming yourself my boyfriend, and yeah. Though that could have also been because Tio was still around, and honestly, I couldn't blame him. Yeah, Tio kind of seems like a dick. Regardless, I reach out for his hand once more and tug him toward the cafe, making a point of ignoring Tio's cross words as we went along. I barely notice how Ren's mood immediately changes when my attention is back on him, and he follows along like a lost puppy. We eventually arrive at the Driftwood Cafe, and the smell of fresh pastries and brewed coffee flood my senses as it wafts through the open windows. And just as I had thought, the cafe looked as though it had only recently opened, though it didn't seem as busy or crowded as I anticipated. Pulling me from my thoughts, Ren ushers me into one of the empty tables before he goes off to make an order with a pleased look on his face. Hey, wait. I don't know what are you ordering? Are you ordering for me too? Please get me something to drink. And a snack, please. It was a bit strange how he didn't want to look at the menu first, but I chalked it up to him wanting to surprise me. I don't know, I guess. It's kind of weird. Especially considering he supposedly doesn't know me. He's barely gone for 5 minutes before he returns once more, taking a seat in front of me with a huff. A comfortable silence washes over us, and I watch as he absentmindedly fiddles with the ends of his hair. Was he still concerned about what Tio said about his appearance earlier? Maybe it'd be a good idea to take his mind off of it. Hey, Ren? Oh, that face. Why it's so cute. No! The creepy boy's not supposed to be cute. Almost immediately, he perks up with wide eyes. How do you manage to keep your hair so fluffy? It always looks so good. Ren seems to flush instantly at my words, and he sheepishly ducks his head lower to hide his reddening cheeks. You like it? I usually just angle a blow dryer below my chin and blast the heat, and it just stays like that afterwards. Oh, so you don't need to use any products or anything? Not really. Just when I thought you got over his timid personality, it slowly came crawling back. Was this really who he was? Ren must have taken my silence as a lack of response seen as he tries striking up another conversation. Words are hard. So, what's going good for you, huh? Finally got that promotion. Yeah, I did. I was honestly surprised when I first got my promotion, considering how I've only moved back here recently. But Eleanor's been really helpful by showing me the ropes and... Wait, how did you know I got promoted? Oh, your coworker told me about it yesterday after you left. Yeah, that coworker that just so happens to also be missing. Hey, Rat, you wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you, buddy? Evan, all right. She seemed really proud of you. Anyways, what were you saying about her showing you the ropes? I barely noticed how he managed to change the conversation back to me as I recounted all the times Eleanor helped me through my first week of working at the library. It eventually reached the point where it felt like I had been talking for hours, and it wasn't until something caught my eye did I finally stop. Uh, oh, oh, look at that cute puppy. That goth style is pretty cool. You've got something in your hair. Or, sorry, what were you saying? Sorry, what were you saying? Um, let's see. Shoot, I don't know. I think it'd be pretty fun to see him fluster. Yeah. Huh? You have something in your hair, buddy. At my words, Ren seems almost bashful as he sheepishly starts picking at the strands of his pink hair. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Look at him. But he seems to miss the small piece of fluff, no matter how many times he tugs at his roots. Here, let me. Stifling a laugh, I reach over the table to pluck the offending item out of his hair. Ren only seems to lean closer into my touch while his cheeks flush a light shade of red, and just as I pull the piece of fluff out. Order 25! Oh, that's us. Wait right here. I'll be right back. Before I could get a word in, Ren was jumping out of his seat and meandering his way towards the kiosk. It really was a sight to behold, seeing Ren tower over most of the other customers who were waiting in line. How exactly how tall is this Ren? Like, how tall are we talking? Because I'm not exactly a very tall guy. I stand at like 5'3". So if he's like 6 foot or something like that, or more than that, I think there might be a problem. Or who knows? Maybe not. Maybe it works out as a benefit. Anyway, it really was a sight to behold alone. Even the cashier herself, who seemed to be at least 6 feet. Oh my god. I had to crane her neck upwards just to, oh my god, he's a giant. He's a giant. But before I could blink twice, Ren was already on his way back with a large tray full of delicious food. He seats himself back in his original spot with a pleased smile and begins to lay out the dishes in front of me. Oh, this is a delicious looking scone, a chocolate croissant, a big slice of cake, a sugary cookie. Oh, don't make me choose one of the. Not really a huge fan of sugar cookies. And scones kind of hit or miss with me. Chocolate croissants are good, but I'd probably go with a big slice of cake. A generous slice of cake sits next to my beverage, and I almost hear my stomach rumble at the sight. And how did Ren know that this was my favorite thing to order? Granted, it wasn't like I've been to the Driftwood Cafe before, but this was usually what I'd order at any other cafe. Oh my god. Oh my god, I had this amazing cake like a couple of years ago at this one vegan restaurant. I forgot what kind of cake it was, what it's called, but it was like, it was the best damn thing I'd ever had. I became addicted to that. But I don't typically like most American cakes. They're usually too rich or too like sugary, but like that was just perfect. It was like fruity with like a cream. Oh, I think it had like it was a banana, some type of banana cake. I think it's really. I love banana flavored things. They're delicious. Anyway, it was honestly like you could read my mind. And what was even more mind-boggling was that he didn't even need to look at the menu beforehand. It was like he just knew. Don't forget your drink. Ren shoots me another gentle smile of his before placing my drink before me. No way. The drink he placed in front of me was a cup of coffee, a steaming latte, a can of soda, a fruity smoothie. Like, no tea, so I guess I'll have to go with the steaming latte. I could tell by the scent that he ordered me a nice warm latte. I hope it's a caramel latte or vanilla latte. Honestly, I'll take any latte that has some flavor. Just like the ones I usually bring on my way to work sometimes. I hope this is okay. Unfortunately, this cafe doesn't really have much to offer, judging from the menu I saw online. So that's how we knew what to order. I even tried asking for napkins earlier, but I don't think they heard me. Oh, he's one of those boys where you have to like be like, excuse me, you got his order wrong. Maybe I should try again. I almost felt bad for him, but I also felt grateful for ordering me something that I don't normally eat at a cafe. Ren makes sure everything is on the table before putting the tray aside, and it was then that I noticed that what he'd ordered himself. On his plate sat a strawberry sweet roll alongside a cup of coffee that was an alarming shade of black. Blech. No. How can you do that? You can't, that's not how. Alright, fine. There's definitely something wrong with him. He seems to pick up on my inquisitive stare, if the innocent tilt of his head was anything to go by. Do you want my meal instead? We can swap if you want. I don't mind. This was supposed to be a date, right? Declining to tease him a little, I shoot Ren a sly grin. That's okay, but you could offer me a bite instead. Ren almost seems to combust on the spot as his cheeks turn red and he almost chokes on his own spit. He looks down at his food before glancing back at me, only to look down once more to scoop up a bite-sized piece of his food. I watch as Ren's cheeks turn a deep shade of red while he brings his fork closer to me. And not wanting to be seen as a coward, I lean in to take a bite. That's right. Assert my dominance. His eyes widen almost immediately, and he seems hyper-focused on the way my mouth wraps around the fork before I lick my lips and let out a pleased hum. Better only be wholesome thoughts in that brain of yours, boy. It's yummy. Try some. The pink-haired man seems to have an awkwardly long staring contest with his own fork before scooping up yet another small piece and taking a bite. Ren's cheeks are still scarlet red, and he seems almost fidgety with how his legs keep bouncing under the table, so I decide to take pity on him and not tease him for it. With a knowing smile, I start digging into my own meal with a pleased hum. Eventually, we ended up finishing our meals and decided to do a bit of window shopping to pass the time. I had nothing else to do today, and Ren seemed insistent on spending the rest of his time with me, so I agreed. We passed by a few clothing stores, ice cream stands, surfboard rentals, and many other interesting buildings, though nothing really caught my eye. But just as I thought I lost all hope, one store in particular catches my eye. In one of the display windows, I spotted this cute little rabbit plushie in the style of Haruko's likeness. Oh my god, I'd be all over that. I mean, it even came with his limited edition sorcerer outfit and everything. Gotta get all the merch. I couldn't believe they were selling these things here of all places, and at such a cheap price, too. Ren seems to notice what I was not so subtly gawking at, but before we could enter the store, the cashier walks in front of the display case and blocks our view. She drops a box of miscellaneous items at her feet and begins stuffing the shelf next to the plushies before she finally notices us standing by the window. I don't miss the way her eyes widen at Ren, obviously taking an immediate liking to him, and almost shamelessly pushes a strand of hair behind her ears before giving him a small wave. Hey. I'm right here. Sneaking a glance at the taller man beside me, I noticed how Ren wasn't even paying any attention to her. No, instead keeping himself busy by scratching at his jaw and kicking at the stray cobblestones rocks at by his feet. But the cashier seemed adamant about getting Ren's attention, considering how she felt the need to abandon her spot on the shelves and make her way towards us. Oh boy. Hi there, welcome to Seaside Trinkets. My name is Olivia. Can I help you with anything? Oh no, we're just looking around, but thanks for... We recently got some new beachwear merch, if you're interested in checking them out. Is she seriously ignoring me? Oh, you kind of look like someone I know. Have we met before? Maybe we went to the same school. Me? I don't think so. Really? I definitely would have remembered a face like yours. Actually, now that I've got a good look at you... I watch as she shamelessly takes in Ren's appearance before crossing her arms over her chest and leaning back. You also remind me of one of those characters from a cartoon that's been gaining a lot of traction here. Apparently, one of the locations from the show is based on Corlin Bay's main beach. Are you talking about Attack on Giant? Is that the name of it? Then yeah. I don't really know much about those cartoons, but our company recently started selling some stuff for it to entice the tourists. Do you want to come inside and take a look? Ren doesn't seem to answer her question, and instead casts an inquisitive glance in my direction. It was like he was asking for my opinion, and I can only assume it was because he knew about my interest in anime. It was thoughtful of him to do that, but I kind of wanted him to tell that rude worker off instead. Wait, did I really want him to do that? What was wrong with me? I mean, she is kind of being a little rude. I'm sure that the cashier just took an interest in him and there was nothing wrong with that. It's not like we were a couple anyway, but we were supposed to be on a date right now, and Ren did declare himself as my boyfriend earlier. Yeah. But I just assumed he said that in order to get Teal off my back. Oh. Endgame Looney. Well, I mean, I know I'm kind of clueless, but, like, this is taking it a step too far. Does that mean... Was he feeling the same way as me? Was jealousy on his mind when we talked with Leon and Tio earlier? I wasn't sure how I felt about this new discovery. Me? Huh? Do you want to go look at the items? We've still got a bit of time to kill. Here, why don't I show you the most recent stock? We haven't shown this to the general public yet, but I'm sure you'll love it. Without warning, Olivia was that her name? Reaches out for Ren's arm and practically drags him inside the store. He lets out a surprised sound before leaning back and trying to grab hold of my own arm as well, but I was just out of his reach. Ah. There was nothing else I could do but watch as Ren helplessly gets pulled inside to the store. Now wait a minute, I could follow them. Like, what's stopping me from following them? It could just be that awkward third wheel. Like, hey, so I like anime stuff. Let me take a look at that stock that you're talking about. It's back here in the stock rooms. Usually we don't allow customers downstairs, but you're a real hottie, so I'll let you take a sneak peek. Bish. No, actually, I'm good. Don't worry, we won't get caught. I'm sure your boyfriend won't mind if I borrow you for a bit. Ma'am. Stay in your lane, man. The wink she sends him would have made anyone feel uncomfortable, and had Ren turned around, I would have seen the pissed off look on his face. But instead, he leans in close to her face and whispers in a hushed tone that I could barely hear from my spot outside the store. You mean not hear at all because I'm deaf? If he wasn't standing there right now, I would have shoved your desperate ass down the staircase without a second thought. And right now, it's fucking tempting. What? From their current position, it looked as though they were having a really intimate conversation, and I felt the sudden urge to look away. Why was I getting so bothered over this? I know we aren't exactly together, but Ren shouldn't be off flirting with other people while on a date with someone else. I would never want to be in a relationship with someone who wasn't considerate of my feelings, and up until now, I honestly thought Ren would have had a chance. I guess I was wrong. But still, there was this nagging voice at the back of my head that kept telling me not to give up on him so easily. No, maybe it is a good idea to give up on him so easily. You know, oh, well, assuming that that doesn't get you, like, killed or something. Ren was the one who confidently stood his ground when Tio got a bit suggestive, so maybe I should do the same. Would you even mind? Before I can stop myself, my feet start to move on autopilot as I march towards the two of them and reach for Ren's sleeve. I give a hesitant tug, and I swear I could almost feel the relief wash over his body because of it. Ren's entire demeanor seems to change in that moment, and he turns to me with a relieved smile on his soft features. I don't really have any interest in the store. Can we go somewhere else? Yeah, of course. Wait, hold on. Ren carelessly shoves Olivia's outstretched hand aside and gently places an arm over my shoulder instead. And just like that, he's already guiding me out of the store and back onto the busy street. I can hear Olivia sputter out confused sounds as she watches the two of us leave, and I suddenly felt guilty for causing a rift between them. uh, Nah, it's okay, Lily, it's okay.